Hello and welcome to a new video. And as you can see, it's of a food item and it's from McDonald's, and it's the McSpicy, which says 100% chicken breast fillet, which we'll take their word for it. Now, I haven't done a McDonald's food review in quite a while, except for the milkshakes, the limited edition ones that they've had. I think the last burger one I did was of the McCrispy, which was quite a while ago, and I haven't tried the McSpicy yet. And there's also available the cheesy McCrispy, which I'm obviously is going to be exactly like McCrispy with just lots of cheese in it. Now, normally this burger normally goes for about £5.49, which is quite expensive. Considering that I've noticed that McDonald's have been putting up their prices, whether it's the burgers or the fries. And the meal, sorry, I got this wrong. The McSpicy burger is normally £5.19, which is still expensive, and the McCrispy is £5.49. If you get the McSpicy as a meal, it's £7.29, which I'm assuming will include a medium fries and a drink, so that'll be £7.29. And the McCrispy as a meal is £7.59, and the cheesy McCrispy burger on its own is £6.49, and the meal is £8.59. So that's really expensive, considering the sizes of it. But I remember liking it, the McCrispy. So you can check out my review of that. I might put a link in the description once this is uploaded, so you can check out the review of that. And in future, I will try to do playlists for certain products of certain companies in the future, if I can figure out how to do it. But I got this as a meal, so I basically got the burger and fries, but no drink. Now, but I managed to only pay £4 for it. Now, this is normally because I think a week or two ago, I was ordering something else in McDonald's, and sometimes on the back of the receipts, they give you the option of to get meals cheaper. So, and then you've got the little the barcode that you can scan while you're placing an order in the digital kiosk inside McDonald's. And with the McSpicy one, which was for £4, you had a choice of the McCrispy or the McSpicy. Obviously, I went for the McSpicy because it was cheaper. On that same receipt, with the barcode, you can get a double cheeseburger and fries for £2. And also for £3, you can get a choice of, I think it's the Big Mac and the fillet of fish and a quarter pounder, I think, and fries for £3. And the coupon I had lasts until the 31st of July. So yeah, for me, if you're going to sit there and get a meal and you get one of those things where you get the deals for the meals, you're going to get it a lot cheaper. Then, to me, take it while you can. They used to do the meal deals pretty cheap in the local newspaper you can get. In one particular newspaper called Metro here in the UK, and they used to sit there and do the vouchers that you could scan and get the meals a lot cheaper. But they haven't done that in a good few years now. Although I haven't checked out the newspapers. And then sometimes on the McDonald's apps, sometimes they do deals in there, because as of the 14th, they were doing like the 6 nuggets, and obviously get the sauce for £1.39. So I don't know how much they normally are. So there you have it. So anywhere where you can save a little bit of money. But I'm hoping to do other food reviews aside from McDonald's. But obviously it's just the price of the food these days, because Five Guys, I haven't had any burgers from in several years, and I remember it being nice and the amount of fries they give you. But they keep putting up the prices of their burgers, and there's other places that do other burgers in the area where I live. So I would love to sit there and try those out, and then obviously do reviews of those and telling you what I think of those particular products. So we've got the McSpicy, which I'm assuming is going to be spicy. It's going to depend on how spicy. Now, I'm curious as to, obviously with the spiciness, whether or not they've added it just to the actual batter of the chicken, or whether or not they've actually seasoned the actual chicken. Because one of the things that I don't like with some places is if you get the chicken burger, or which is what I prefer, or chicken fillets or anything like that. I'm a breast man myself, so no jokes. So I prefer like chicken burgers and the fillets, and maybe chicken nuggets. I like my chicken seasoned. You don't want it overly seasoned, but it's when some places don't season the chicken very well. Even with burgers as well, and it just ends up tasting a bit bland. I love a little bit of seasoning to my food, so I'm curious as to the spiciness, whether or not they add it to the chicken or just to the actual batter itself. Now they do say here that it's 100% chicken breast fillet, so we'll have a look at the way the burger looks. The box does look small, and similar to how the McCrispy is, it doesn't look that big. You've got the burger here with the sesame seed, and it's got a little bit of a weight to it. But this is something that probably wouldn't fill me up. I was going to have this for a full meal, and you can see the actual chicken itself and the lettuce. And I'm not sure if they've added the spiciness to the outside of the batter of the chicken itself, chicken fillet itself. The chicken burgers, what I've always said when I've done the chicken burger reviews and the McCrispy reviews on my YouTube channel, is that I prefer these because at least they've got some crispiness to it. Obviously, you got KFC as well, which they used to have one near me, but that closed down years ago, so it's the next town. So I'd love to even try KFC as well, especially things like the Tower Burger, and do a comparison videos of those. We'll take the top off, and as you can see, it's nothing really fancy. You can see some sliced up lettuce there, and then you've got the mayonnaise. It's nothing to write home about in terms of the presentation of it. You've got the chicken there, and it has got a little bit of weight to the actual chicken itself. And then nothing underneath, and you can see that they've lightly grilled the actual bun itself. So it's going to be interesting to see on how spicy this is. I'm assuming it's probably just going to be a little bit mild in terms of the actual taste of it. So we'll give this a taste in terms of what this is going to taste like. I'm curious as to what the cheese was. We're going to stuff it full of processed cheese. Right off the bat, it's definitely very crispy. The chicken seems to be, pardon me, the chicken seems to be really well seasoned. You can definitely tell the spiciness. You don't kind of taste it at first, but it does kick in. I would say in terms of the spiciness, I would say that I would say it's a medium, mild to stroke medium. It's not over powerfully hot, but you can definitely tell, or should I say, taste the spiciness to it. I can definitely taste the aftertaste of the spiciness of the actual burger itself, and then as it's hitting the back of my throat. But it's not overly spicy, but you can definitely tell that if you were to eat the crispy and the spicy version, which is what you want I'm eating, you can tell there's a blatant difference. Now, I can't remember in terms of the colour, because you can see here it's a lot darker, if that's what they've done for the spice, in terms of that's the difference with the McSpicy version of the burger with the crispy one. Because I remember the crispy one not being as dark. Don't remember. But I'm definitely tasting, obviously, the lettuce and the mayonnaise. I'd have another bite. Then it's a similar thing where you don't initially taste the spiciness of the actual chicken itself, but it slowly starts to kick in terms of the actual spiciness, and it's not too bad. It's not. I was expecting it to be mild, because obviously you got to places like Nando's, when they do these ones, you've got the choices of having it really hot and obviously having it mild or somewhere in between. And this is, I would say, hits a sweet spot. I mean, it definitely has a different taste to the McCrispy, aside from the fact that obviously the crispy batter to the actual chicken, and it's actually really well seasoned in terms of the actual chicken and the white fillet breast of the actual chicken. So it's actually really nice, and yeah, I do think it's a really nice burger. Now, with the other comparisons, for example, with, let's say, like the Tower Burgers from KFC, it's going to be any different from that. Now, oh God, it's kicking in. Now that's going to be open to interpretation, because I said, well, I haven't had a Tower Burger in quite a while, or a Zinger in quite a long while, and also it's going to be ranging on depending on the actual price, which I don't know how much the KFC ones, in terms of how much they are in terms of prices. Now, normally when I go for the chicken fillet burger on fries, I normally just go to an independent chicken shop and just get them in there, and it's the £4 what I paid with the voucher is roughly about how much you would pay in an independent chicken shop, so it's not that far different. Now, the only difference I would say from an independent chicken shop, the ones I've had, is you do get the similar thing where you get the fillet chicken burger, but it's the size of it, I would say it's a lot bigger and compared to the McCrispy. So it's a much bigger burger from the independent chicken shops that I've gone to. So the size of it is different. So it feels like you are eating a full meal. Again, with the Thai burger, I don't know. And again, those can be customizable, because you can also have it with hash browns and other stuff in it. So that's obviously going to change the taste of the actual burger. And obviously places like Burger King also do things like the chicken rail, which they do in there, which I thought was really nice when I think I did my review of it, but it seemed a bit too small. Now, my only criticism with the McCrispy is that I think for me is the price of the burger. For £5.19, if you was going to pay just for the burger, I think that's a little bit expensive, especially in comparison to the actual size of the burger itself. And also, even having it in a meal, that's for me is a little bit expensive. If, for example, with their deluxe kind of burgers, they had made the burger a lot bigger in terms of depth and in width, but the price have been round about the same, I would have said it would have been a little bit, it would have been a lot more worth it. And that's the only, for me the criticism for the McCrispy for me is just that it's the price of it, and also the size of it, that kind of take the edge of the money for value for the actual burger, because it is a really tasty burger, in my honest opinion. Well, my opinion, similar to the McCrispy as well, and I'm hopefully going to try it, the cheesy McCrispy as well, to see what that's going to be like. So stay tuned for that at some point. But I do think the burger is really nice. I just don't agree with the price of it, which is, I think it's a little bit too high for the size of what you're actually getting, in my honest opinion. If it had been a bit bigger, similar to how the Whopper is in terms of the width of it, I would have said it would have been, it would have been a decent enough price. But it's just the price and the size of it for me that kind of really let it down, because other than that, it's an actually really tasty burger in terms of it's a nice fillet piece of chicken. It's really well seasoned, decent enough. For example, lettuce and the mayonnaise is just about right. Although some people I know don't like mayonnaise. I'm assuming that you probably could customize it, but obviously you'd have to pay a little bit extra for the ingredients. And but other than that, it's a really tasty burger. It's just the price and the size of it for me that kind of let it down a little bit. But other than that, it's a nice, tasty burger that's really well seasoned, in my honest opinion. So yeah, it's really nice, and for me, it's a little bit different for a change. To have a chicken burger from McDonald's rather than a beef patty burger, because normally I just go for the things like the Big Mac. That's what I normally go for, or sometimes every so often they do the gourmet burgers. For example, now they're doing the Arch burger, which looks really nice, but the price of that burger looks expensive, and I really would love to try out. And maybe if people do like this burger and it gets decent enough views, maybe I will try it at the Arch to see what it's like, because I've seen other YouTubers doing their review in it. So yeah, that's my review of the McSpicy, which is still I can still taste the spiciness in my tongue and the back of my throat. But yeah, it's a good burger. Just the size and the price that kind of are the real letdown with this particular burger. So Yeah, I was lucky enough to get it for £4 using their voucher barcode, and so I got that and the fries, which you already know what McDonald's fries taste like, and also there's no drink included in the £4 meal, so that's something that you would have to add on separately yourself. For me, I've got plenty of drinks in the house anyway, so for £4. So again, I would say that for £4, and you can use that voucher to get the McSpicy burger and the fries. I think if you're judging it on that, I would say it's a very good bargain for £4 to get the McSpicy and the fries. But obviously, but without the coupon, I would say for me it's a little bit more. It could be a lot cheaper and a lot bigger in my honest opinion. So this is the McSpicy chicken breast burger from McDonald's. Anyway, I hope people enjoyed this video. Please feel free to share your friends and family. Also, give this video a thumbs up. I would highly appreciate that. That will allow people to find my YouTube channel content. This is because the YouTube algorithms favor the bigger YouTubers, so their channels get advertised on YouTube recommendation page. Speaking of subscribing, if you already haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please consider subscribing if you want to see stuff like this, whether it's food reviews, which obviously I've just recently done in McSpicy. I've recently done the Iron Brew 1901 original recipe. You can check out that. Hopefully we'll be trying out other burgers and other beverages that I see in my travels. You can check out that. Also, video game unboxings, video game playthroughs, and beauty products, whether it's body washes, shower gels, bath salts, aftershaves, and other facial products. And what I normally do is after a few weeks, I review them again as YouTube shorts, telling you whether I recommend the actual products or whether or not they're money for value. Also, I do Blu-ray unboxings, Blu-ray Steelbook unboxings, on a rare occasion DVD unboxings. Also, my Blu-ray and Blu-ray Steelbook collection, as well as my DVD limited edition collection. A few months ago, I recently did the VHS cassette of the 1995 movie Back to the Future, so you can check out that. I've recently uploaded a couple of weeks ago Back to the Future Part 2 of the VHS cassette, so you can check out that. And eventually I will get around to filming and uploading the Back to the Future Part 3 on VHS cassettes, so you can check out those videos. Also comics, and been loving the Absolute series from DC Comics. Also my comic book collection, which I've been collecting over the last few decades. Comic book graphic novels, which are recent. I've done Batman the Three Jokers, you can check that out. Also figures and statues, so you can check. So I've recently done one of the figure from the 6-inch figure from Spin Master of the new Superman figure from the new Superman 2025 movies. You can check out that. I've recently done a video on the Mecha Back to the Future Part 2 Marty McFly from 2015, so you can check out that when that's finally uploaded. Also, I've got something else super related coming up. Also, something related to Transformers, the animated movie from 1986, Transformers the movie. Something video game related to a video game character, which I've already filmed, and I will upload that. And also something Star Wars related. Also, I picked up some other figures during the January and previous January sales, as well as Christmas sales as well. So I'll be uploading them. Also, I did an unboxing video of Superboy Prime from McFarlane Toys. You can check out that. I did that from a few months ago, so you can check out that. Also, you can check out some statues of I did a few years ago from the Art FX Justice League, based on the new 52 form. These were donated to me by a friend of mine who donated me his old statues and figures, and there's some that I've already need to upload and film. So I did one of the Watchmen characters, so you can check out that. And I do, as I said before, do have some other statues and figures coming up on my YouTube channel, and they will be DC, Marvel, Star Wars, Transformers, and movie related as well. And so you got all that to come. Also, I do a monthly vlog, which shows you what I'm up to for the last month, what we're going to be up to next month, rant videos, and also YouTube shorts as well, DIY products and gadgets as well as film memorabilia products, which I've got something Back to the Future related, coming out, which I think people are absolutely going to love. Also, I do accessories, whether it's for gaming, which I've done a series of battery packs for the Xbox controllers. Also, a glass screen protector for the Nintendo Switch 2, which I've uploaded the unboxing of that, and also another video installing it, which was a complete pain. Also, you can check out my unboxing of the Nintendo Switch 2, which I did a few weeks ago, which I recently had to re-upload. because the video disappeared off of YouTube. So you can recheck out that, so I have to re-upload it. Also, I've done a series of videos comparing the components of the Nintendo Switch 1 to the Switch 2. So you can check out those videos as well. Electrical unboxings, which I've done on microwave and 3 Vax products. You can check out those as well. And I'll be doing follow-up reviews of two of the Vax products. I think what else I do as well. Also clothing pickups, which I've done quite a few of the last the last year to a year and a half. I recently uploaded some sportswear from JD Sports, so you can check out them. They're from a company called Mackenzie, and a couple of shorts that I got from the JD summer sale, so you can check out those. And I also picked up a new pair of trainers from JD Sports in a sale as well, so I've already filmed that video, so I'll be uploading that in the next few days. You can check out that. And that's some other footwear stuff that I got from Christmas, and some t-shirts which are going to be superhero related, and that I got from Lidl at a very good price. So I'll be uploading and filming those videos as well, so you got all that to look forward to. Also movie and TV show recommendations and reviews. Recently done a review of Batman Returns, so it's a great sequel, great Blu-ray steelbook. Star Trek 3, The Search for Spock, again, a decent sequel to the Star Trek 2, and it's a great Blu-ray steelbook as well, so you can check out those videos. Also, Batman Forever, decent enough sequel, and really good steelbook as well, so you can check out that video. Also, Sudden Death, starring Jean-Claude Van Damme and Powers Booth, you can check out the short review of that. The first Iron Man movie starring Robert Downey Jr., and that was directed by Jon Favreau. You can check out the short review of that, which it's one of my favorite Marvel movies, and probably still is. And for me, it's the best out of the trilogy of the Iron Man movies, in my honest opinion. So you can check out that review. Also, Mission Impossible, you can check out as well. The first one starring Tom Cruise, and that was directed by Brian De Palma. Looks fantastic on Blu-ray. Probably looks even better on 4K, I'm assuming, and it's a great Blu-ray steelbook as well. So you can check out that short review. Also, of the 1982 movie Tron, again, great movie. The movie holds up today, especially the special effects. Great Blu-ray steelbook. You can check out the YouTube short of that, and also of Star Trek 2. There's the Wrath of Khan. Again, one of the best Star Trek movies in the franchise for me, in my opinion. Great Blu-ray steelbook, and you get 2 versions of the movie, where you get a theatrical cut and director's cut. Also, I will be going to see the new Superman movie, obviously the 2025 movie. As of the 14th, which is what today's date is, I was going to see it on the 15th, but I'm going to see it next Monday. So it's going to have to wait a week later for it, as the tickets will be a lot cheaper. They're doing their bargain Monday, so I can see the film a lot cheaper. So that's worked out good for me anyway, because cinema tickets these days are very expensive. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. So what I will do is, after coming out in the cinema, see it next week, I will do my first impressions of the movie, and then maybe I'll do like a short review of the actual movie itself, and then maybe a spoiler short review of the movie itself, maybe a couple of weeks after the movie gets released. Hopefully, fingers crossed, I will be going to also see the Fantastic Four First Steps. Again, as I'm a big comic fan, regardless of whether it's DC or Marvel, and I want both movies to be very successful. I'm not one of those ones you have to fight over which one's going to be the superhero movie of the summer. I want both of them to do well, because I'm a comic book fan at heart. So hopefully they will still be doing their bargain Mondays as a regular thing, and then I can see that. Even if it isn't, I'll see it anyway, so I'm looking forward to do that. And plus, Pedro Pascal never makes a bad movie. Even when the movie itself isn't good, he still puts in a fantastic performance, if you pardon the pun. So stay tuned for that. So I'll be doing, and a similar thing with that movie, I'll be doing a first impressions and a short review, and maybe a spoiler review a week later. So stay tuned for that. So the last movie I went to see in the cinema was the Flash movie, starring Ezra Miller. So that's the last time I've been, because obviously with the pandemic, and then my local cinema closed for a couple of years while it got taken over by a new company. So it's been a while since I've been able to go to the cinema and actually check out a movie. So I'm really looking forward to seeing Superman next week, and then a week or two later seeing the Fantastic Four movie as well. So stay tuned for that. Christmas 2023, we hit 500 YouTube subscribers. Early 2024, we hit 600, and as of the 14th, we're more than halfway to 900 YouTube subscribers. We're about 20 away, or less than 20 away from hitting 900 YouTube subscribers. So a big thank you to all of you who have subscribed to my YouTube channel, whether you're a long-term subscriber, if you recently subscribed. I really appreciate you all. Hopefully you all enjoyed the content. If there's any questions you want to ask about a particular product, then please feel free to ask, and I will, in the comment section, I'll do the best I can to answer. Hopefully we can push to the 900 YouTube subscribership, and then the big 1,000, which has been my main target for the last few years. So thank you to each and every one of you, and without you guys, my channel wouldn't be where it is today. So a big thank you. I also live stream on Twitch. Find me on there. It's the same name as my YouTube name. Just add the number 76. If you still have trouble finding me and care to follow me on there, I will leave a link in the description box to find me on there. I don't have a set schedule when I live stream. This is mainly because of my busy, hectic personal life and health issues as well. So it's a day-by-day basis when I can and can't stream. Normally, if there's no copyright material in it, I try to export it to YouTube. And speaking of YouTube, I, on a rare occasion, live stream on there. It mainly will be casual games. It'll be beat 'em ups, shoot 'em ups, platform games, sports games, racing games, things like that. Even if you do miss the live streams, the videos will be kept up. And I recently, about 2 months ago, did 2 birthday streams. You can check out that. I thought it would be enough to have some live viewership. I know that people are busy, especially whether they're working, they've got their families, or the different time zones across the world. So yeah, it would be nice to have some live viewership. But I know that people are busy with under those circumstances. So hit the notification bell in the off chance that I do live stream. And it just leaves me to say, wherever you are in the world, and please stay safe, be kind to each other, and I will speak to you again in my next video. Bye for now.